Hi, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a card today that I'm going to show you from the August to December mini catalog. It used to be called our holiday catalog, so I'm still calling it both until I get used to the name change, until you all get used to the name change. I do have, I must have moved it. I have camp tomorrow, so I'm in the midst of moving everything, but I want to remind you that I have a Try It class coming up that is focused on this catalog. We'll be making 10 cards together online. So I send you all of the supplies for 10 cards, and it's focused on the 10 new designer series papers. So each card has a new ribbon, a new embellishment. Some of them will have new punches, some of them will have new die cuts, some of them will have new embossing folders. So you get to try, as the name suggests, you get to try it with 10 projects, and they'll all have videos. They'll have a PDF template because each card is designed around a template. So it's a really fun class, but signups for that do end on August 2nd, so I can get the supplies ordered on August 4th when the catalog goes live. So you can go ahead to my blog. It is one of the best classes that I do. Everybody loves it. And it's a real fun way to get to see all of the new things in the catalog and see what you like the best and try it before you place your first order. Today I'm going to use the gift wrapped bundle again out of the holiday catalog. So I've already made one card with it, and it was this kind of fun, it's kind of all over the place. It could be a little girl, or it could be somebody who's in love with the 80s. So it could be both, but it was from this gift wrapped bundle, which is kind of a Christmas bundle, but I wanted to show you that it doesn't have to be Christmas. So I'm going to make a Christmas card with it today, and then next week or the week after, pretty soon after, I will be showing you some packaging ideas with it. But today I'm going to show you a card, and who doesn't like a Christmas card when you can design it with just one color of cardstock? Because I know, for one, there's those people that you have to give cards to that you just want a quick card. Like maybe your husband's coworkers. Like he's like, can I have 10 cards? And you're like, I don't even know these people. So you feel like you have to make a card for them, but you don't want to give the good stuff. You know, we all know that the paper that is our favorite, and that's who you give to the people who you know will know and love and know that will appreciate your stuff. So this, or, you know, if it gets to be December 14th and you're like, crud, I didn't make enough, I need a few more cards, and you've used up all your stuff, here's one that just takes vanilla cardstock, and it's also fast. So we're going to use the gift wrapped stamp set. We're going to use the buffalo check. It would also make a super cute invitation if you're going to have, maybe if you want to invite some people over either in person or via Zoom to have some Christmas get-together parties. Like if you want to start doing some Christmas stuff to get ready for the holidays, this would make a really fun invitation. So I'm just going to fold my vanilla cardstock in half. I'm going to use mostly black ink and then color with blends. I think all black ink, yeah. So it has a really pretty Christmas sentiment. It says a very Merry Christmas. So nice and generic. I'm going to stamp it down here in the corner. This card is going to have a real retro feel, but not retro 80s like the one I just made. So this is going to do more of a retro, maybe 50s. And it has a really cute little holly berry. Let's just put it right here. So we've got that. And then on the inside, just because there's so many cute bows, I'm just going to take this bow. This bow reminds me, if you remember back when the malls used to be a thing that you really went to and shopped, and you could get take your packages over and let them wrap them in the malls. This was the kind of bow they put on it. Or, you know, if you've ever really got a TV for Christmas and you had a giant bow in the driveway. I think that only happens on commercials. So here's this. And then I'm going to use buffalo check because I just love me some buffalo check. I could put buffalo check on half the things that I create. I'm just going to use it in here. I'm just going to ink it in black. And the nice thing about this buffalo check, and the nice thing about this being the last card I'm filming today, is if my fingers get dirty, I don't care. I'm going to cut cardstock for my camp, but I can go wash my hands. But if my nails dirty. It's all right. I don't need the whole section of it, so I can just kind of ink it. So I've kind of smeared this ink on here, and then because it has the solid ones, I want to go through like this and kind of mush it so those solid ones don't have stripes in them from the ink pad. So get it all nice and juicy. I could put it on a Stamparatus if I wanted an extra dark coat, but I'm just going to make this work for me. So then I still have a quarter sheet of cardstock. That gives me a little bit of stuff to work with. And then the main thing is to just make sure you press really hard. So get all those nice and pressed. And see, I do have ink on my fingers. I filmed 3 cards today, and I have started from the one that was least likely to get my hands dirty and ended with this one because I knew it was the most likely to get my hands dirty. And I'm going to take your pick tool and just pull that up. So, okay, now you can see that I've got some goodies. So here's how I'm going to fix those, because I do want it to look nice and stark, but I wanted it starker really than what I could get on a Stamparatus. So I don't need the whole thing. So I'm going to use my mini paper trimmer. That is one of my free gifts this month in July. So if you're interested in getting this for free, you can head to my website. So I need 4 sections or 3 sections of these. That's all I need. So let's go with the best 3. And the best thing when you're doing it, if you're on same colored cardstock, is to let the these empty ones be the ones that show. That way, if it's crooked at all, you won't see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll be plenty. So see these bad ones? I'm getting rid of those all the way together. And then if it's crooked at all, when you put this on here, it's more of an optical illusion and you won't notice it. So to make this be a little bit prettier, I'm going to take my black blend and I'm going to take my brush tip. And I'm just going to draw a real quick square. Okay, if I was doing this for my husband's coworkers, who I've only met on occasion, I would not do this. I would be like, yeah, this looks fine. It looks fine without the pretty squares. But this is a tip, especially a lot of times I know that we use buffalo check for things that are in our home decor because it's so on trend right now. So if you're doing that, and remember, the blends bleed, especially the black. So I'm not going all the way to the edges because it's going to bleed to the edges. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing this, and then through the magic of my video being edited, we're going to come back and it'll be done. Okay, so you can see how much nicer that looks. It just gives it, they're not colored all the way perfect, but it just kind of darkens that tone up. It makes it look a lot nicer. So now we're going to stamp our bow. And this time I have gone with the stripey one, which is different than what I used if you watched the other one. Look a lot nicer. So now we're going to stamp our bow. And this time I have gone with the stripey one, which is different than what I used if you watched the other one, because I showed you that there are 3 large bows that work with the punch. And again, you want to get a really nice coat of ink on here because it's a bold pattern and it's a photopolymer stamp, so sometimes it's harder to get the ink to stick to it. Make sure that when you're looking through that all of your ink is transferring from the stamp to the paper, and then pull up gently so it stays on the paper. And look at it, it's nice and pretty and bold. So I'm going to let that dry just a second because it's raining here today. And that way it won't be all mudgy on my stuff. So now we've got this, and I want to flip it because up here is going to be covered up. So then I have the best. I like this the best because this is a little messy up here. So I'm just going to take my Seal Plus because I'm going to add some ribbon. So it's not going to take very much of this. Put this here. And then I've got 2 of the ribbons that are in the holiday catalog. I think they came in a set, and I think that they come in the coffee cup thing. The coffee cup sweet, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to take my Seal Plus, and it's just going to take one run of it. I'm going to put, might take two because I put that kind of high. So I'll do two. Just going to put that right to the edge. And then trim this one off. I put more buffalo check on this one than I did my original card. So we're going to have not as much vanilla on the top, but that doesn't matter. And then another, I'm going to use just regular seal for this because I think I can get a smaller line of it. Because this red trim is much thinner. I'll just lay this on here. That off. So we've got that. Now I've got just two colors of blends. I just have dark real red and light mossy meadow. And I went with mossy meadow instead of old olive. Old olive is actually my favorite color, but this ribbon is mossy meadow. So I just let that pick for me. Color in my hollies. And then on this ribbon, I'm going to use, I'm going to do the center of it red, so I'm going to use my brush tip to color. I don't color with my brush tip very often, but because the center is. So I'm going to finish coloring the bow and then I'll be back. Okay, so I colored the, the mossy meadow with the bullet tip because some of those are tiny, and then I'm just going to add a splash of color to these little tiny holly leaves with the mossy meadow. And I'm going to pop this bow out. Really, the longest thing on this was coloring those squares, and it probably took 1 minute. And it's just an aesthetic part. You wouldn't have to do that if you didn't want to. If you didn't see my other video, this does punch out little tags too, which I thought about putting the hollies on the tag, but then in the end, I didn't think the tag was just one more it kind of detracted from this up here. So go with my Seal Plus because I'm mounting this over ribbon. Stick that there. And then just because it's Christmas, a tiny bit of Wink of Stella, just to give my bow some shimmer. And then a little bit here. And then we're done. So a super quick Christmas card. You can see this one has a bigger buffalo check. So if you want to go faster, and I think I kind of like the more white space at the top. So let's look at this one because it's a little bit prettier. Plus it would be a little bit less of coloring those in. And I even told you that I needed 3 and then I cut one too many. But it's a really fast little card, just that on the inside. It would make a super cute invitation. And let's all hope and pray that by Christmas time we will be having parties again. So it would make a fun invitation. So that's what I have for you today. I did want to let you know that I am going to be having a Christmas in July week that starts next week. I'm not sure when this video is going to post. It may be starting the same week that I post this video. So, and then I'm going to be having an online kind of a long-term class that will last in August, September, and October that will get you ready for Christmas. So it will be a video-only class. And people who are part of that will get some specials. They'll get special videos. So it'll be a really fun class. So be watching for the details for that. Sign-ups for it will start in August. So that's what I have for you today. Have a great day and have a happy weekend. I think this will probably go up on Saturday. So have a great day. Bye.